Brought to you by the Marines, this tail of the tape, 6'5" apiece. Very close reach, slight edge to Ante Delija, and of course, an edge on the legs to Denis Goltsov. Action underway, a touch of the gloves, and a trip to the heavyweight championship, and there's that jab I referenced moments ago. Shot here from Ante on the single leg. Now he presses Goltsov to the cage.
Nice job with the wizard by Goltsov. Hand fighting to get his leg free and keep this fight standing.
Goltsov just staying so relaxed up against the cage, just countering with that overhook, controlling that left wrist of Delija.
Revolutionary technology in the sport of mixed martial arts. Our Ghost Cam allows you a clear look through the links of the smart cage. Delija goes to work on the legs of Denis Goltsov. And Randy, as you know, Denis Goltsov, no stranger to fighting against mammoth heavyweights. To get here, he had to beat Brandon Sales, who was even bigger than Goltsov is.
Yeah, Brandon Sales looking amazing in his first regular season fight. He has to face Denis Goltsov. Brandon Sales bigger than Goltsov, which is hard to believe, but Goltsov handled him. Man, amazing fight.
Nice position switch there by Goltsov with the body lock. Now he will press Ante Delija into the smart cage. 90 seconds gone in the first of 3 potential 5-minute rounds in this heavyweight semifinal.
Goltsov with the takedown attempt. Delija doing a nice job of keeping his balance. Oh, there's that jab again.
Delija a little taunting, trying to get Denis Goltsov out of focus here. This is an aggressive Ante. Counter jab from Goltsov as he retreats from the flurry from the Croatian. Oh, wow, long jab again. It's the 2-1 there from Ante.
I like what he's doing. He's trying to drag him into a brawl. He's trying to get Goltsov emotionally invested here, trying to get him off of his game. If you play a technical fight against someone like Goltsov, it's going to be very difficult to beat the Russian there.
Take a look inside the blue corner there. That is MMA legend Mirko Cro Cop on the left. Stoic as always.
Seeing a little blood on one of the athletes. It's hard to tell which one it's coming from.
Small cut on the bridge of Denis Goltsov's nose as he uses the reap and gets a takedown here. Lands in half mount.
Beautiful takedown and positioning here from Goltsov.
And now using his left arm to try and isolate the defense of Ante Delija.
Goltsov trying to move into mount. He does. This is not a good position here up against the cage for Delija.
2 full minutes for Denis Goltsov to work from the mount.
Nice low mount, vined in to those lower legs to keep his hips in position to put pressure on that bottom opponent.
Big explosion from Delija.
Oh, arm attempt.
Goltsov tries the arm bar. Ante powers out of it, and now he throws a leg up over the shoulder.
Delija doing a good job of getting out of that arm lock attempt from Goltsov. Now on top with Goltsov trying to go to a high guard to get control over the shoulders of Delija. Perhaps trying to set up another arm lock or triangle here.
You can see our smart cage tracking the strikes so far in this one. Pretty even with round 1 almost gone. We expected a good matchup here in this heavyweight semifinal. Excellent wrist control from Goltsov on the ground here, Randy.
Absolutely, doing a great job of protecting himself, not allowing Delija to get a free hand and deliver some blows from that top position. He's got to open his feet and get his feet back into this fight, though. Can't afford to spend the rest of this round on his back in a closed guard.
And we can see it's abundantly clear. It's that cut on the bridge of the nose of Goltsov. That was what we were talking about, trying to figure out who was cut. Delija landed a great shot on the feet that seemed to hurt Goltsov.
Ante unable to really mount too much offense from the top because of the control. But in an otherwise very close round, this riding time, Randy, could prove to be the difference in the judges' eyes.
Absolutely. You're controlling top position and making the fight happen here. Goltsov unable to get his legs back in the fight and create a scramble to get up.
Inside of 10 seconds in this first round here, we will see round number 2 when we return. Denis Goltsov in the blue trunks, Ante Delija in the black and gray. Professional Fighters League semifinal action, a trip to the heavyweight final, and the pursuit of a $1 million championship belt on the line. FPR gives the first round to Ante Delija. Randy, we go back to the 2019 semifinal, and if there was a criticism of Denis Goltsov, it's that he hesitates to pull the trigger. And in the first round, it was Ante who really got after it, was more aggressive, and that may be the difference in that round.
I think you're right. I think the aggression that Delija brought to this to try and make it more of a brawl was the difference in the round. I think in the last semifinal in 2019, I think Goltsov was a little leery of Aliyev's wrestling ability, the ability to take him down, so he didn't extend himself, worried he was going to get taken down by the Olympic wrestler.
Goltsov starting to put together some nice combinations now, though.
We've seen the jab, we saw the high kick attempt there. Ante Delija seemed to recognize that that was a dangerous kick, almost laughed it off. There's the jab again from Denis Goltsov. There's Jamel Jones watching with great interest. Oh, right hand from Ante Delija before the shot. Jamel Jones will be facing off with Bruno Capoloza in our co-main event, another heavyweight semifinal. Goltsov now presses Ante Delija against the cage.
Noticed a little more footwork out of Goltsov in this round. He used that, stayed out of distance, picked angles, threw that jab repeatedly. Wouldn't be surprised to see him clear this clinch position. Oh, it looks like he's going to go for the takedown.
Yeah, Randy, that's spot on. He's moving with his jab instead of just jabbing and staying in front of him. That's when he got caught against Delija.
Little go behind, and then he kicks the legs of Ante out from under him, and now he's on the back of the Croatian. We've seen Denis Goltsov display excellent, calculated ground and pound in the past.
There is space through. Sorry, Sean. There is space there between the armpit and hip of Delija to throw in some hooks. Let's see if Goltsov decides to take the back here. He's landing good shots.
Those are heavy.
These are nasty.
Oh, another.
Referee getting a close look.
Nice job by Goltsov to pull that leg back out and not let Delija get his base back under him.
There's a lot of power on these short shots from Denis Goltsov. Landing right on the ear of Ante Delija. Delija trying to wrestle himself out of this one. He gets back to his feet. Goltsov gives him a knee for his efforts and presses him against the smart cage barrier one more time. 2 minutes remaining here in the second of 3 rounds.
Goltsov was really doing a great job of staying down on Delija's hips. He got a little high on the shoulders. That allowed Delija to get his hips up and get back to a standing position.
Listen, I think a lot of people would have been finished there in that turtle position. Goltsov was really pouring it on Delija, but now look at this, Delija getting on top again to end the round.
That was a Goltsov attempt at dragging him down from that body lock, and they're sweaty enough that it failed. He ended up falling down first. You never want to hit the ground before your opponent.
And look, this is really interesting because a very strong first half of the round for Denis Goltsov, but sometimes judges put extra weight on how things finish. They're not supposed to, but in reality they sometimes do. If Ante Delija can finish on top, he might be up 2 rounds to none.
If your algorithm holds true, what is he doing with this top position? And so far he's been unable to really land any damage or any blows.
Randy, I agree, and I think that's kind of what the case was at the end of round 1 as well. He was on top but not really being so effective from that position, so really curious to see how the judges are going to see these rounds.
I think Goltsov has to open his guard. He's got to get his feet in this fight, create some distance, create a scramble. He's got a very good chance of getting up.
And he's close to the cage there. That could help him see if he can cage walk to get back to his feet. because he's not offering much offense from this position here against Delija.
Now there's some ground to pound from Ante.
Goltsov will try and control Ante's head and arms to close out round 2, the third and final frame when we return. Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, Kenny Florian, Professional Fighters League playoff action beside the PFL Smart Cage. FPR score objective. There's no late round bias. Denis Goltsov with the takedown and the nasty ground and pound. A high score there in round number 2. FPR brought to you as always by Rich Energy, and a takedown for Ante Delija early here in the third and final round.
Very, very nice double leg. He slid right in, changed directions, turned the corner, very nice. Pulled that far leg out from Goltsov and ended up right in the guard on top.
Kenny, an important development in what very well could be the deciding round. You and Randy both have it around apiece.
Yeah, no question about it. And getting this takedown early in round 3 does not bode well for Goltsov, who hasn't had an answer to the top game of Delija. So let's see if he can get back to his feet or try to create some kind of offense off of his back, because otherwise he's going to end the round in this same position, and Delija is going to get a big upset win here.
There's the Acronis fight tracker, keeping track of where the action happens inside the PFL Smart Cage. We've seen him pressed up against the barrier for the first 2 rounds. This happening out in the open, which makes it that much more difficult for Denis Goltsov to create the leverage he needs to get back to his feet. He's going to have to open his guard to make something happen. Good pressure on top here from Ante Delija. Hammer fist from the bottom for Goltsov.
The crucial position here for Delija is his head position. He's keeping it right here, right on the chest of Goltsov, which isn't allowing him to sit up or even create any kind of space. Goltsov needs to get the frames on the inside between him and his opponent to get that space where he can get back to his feet.
Third round halfway gone. Ante Delija on top of Denis Goltsov, grinding away, trying to secure a spot in the 2021 PFL Heavyweight World Championship. Goltsov will try and sit up over that arm, grab a Kimura. Unable to do so. Negated once again by Ante.
Boy, Goltsov has to, there we go, has to have a sense of desperation to get up off of his back. He has to realize he cannot spend the rest of the round on his back and expect to win.
He grabs a Kimura grip now from the standing position. We saw this earlier on ESPN Plus, our ref cam with an up-close look at the action. Pressure, pressure, pressure from Ante Delija, the Croatian. Denis Goltsov, less than 2 minutes to turn the tide in round number 3.
Yeah, and again, with about a minute and a half left, he may need a finish in this round. He's been controlled the majority of the round. And Delija, again, pressuring up against the cage.
Goltsov was smart to let go of the Kimura, go back to the whizzer, try and pull him up chest to chest, and then try to circle his underhook and trade places with him on the fence.
Grueling performance here from these 2 heavyweights. Ante Delija pressuring his way to a dominant third round so far. Goltsov has got to circle out. Delija keeps denying him with position.
Very tactical takedown in that first 30 seconds, I think, has honestly been the difference in this round.
Kimura attempt there to try and get the sweep, to try and swap position. Once again, denied by Ante Delija, the Croatian. Walking trouble, they call him.
And again, I love the execution of the game plan from Delija, just making it an ugly fight, a tough fight, a grinding type fight against the technical Goltsov. This was how he's going to win, and he's about 30 seconds away or less from getting it done.
Goltsov now 20 seconds. There's a knee attempt, and here he is pressing in. This is a tactical error, in my opinion, Randy. You got to separate and try and score a knockout here.
I agree. He had Delija on the fence. He stepped right out into range. He should have just let his hands go and continued to punch there. He's got to have a finish. I think
Delija
he's let this round
circles around the outside of the cage to the end. This one goes the distance. It would appear that a major upset is brewing in our first of 2 heavyweight semifinals.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored the bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision and clinching a spot in the 2021 PFL World Championship, Ante Delija!
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.